going on, everybody? This show will not be found on Sports Center, but this is Sky B, originally from Gary, Indiana. Listen to the Dynasty Brothers Fantasy Football Podcast.
This goes out to my Brooklyn crew, representing on the freaky pitches. Fuck them all day, fuck them all night. We don't love these hoes. This goes out to my Brooklyn crew, representing on the freaky pitches. Fuck them all day, fuck them all night. We don't love these hoes.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Avo, and this is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. And I fumbled the intro. Episode like 38, 39, 40. Who knows at this point? But hey, man, RIP Piggy. We back again on our regular-ish. Let's go!
Hey, I'm used to you fumbling the number, but this is the Dynasty.
Yeah, bro, I blew that.
All right, so look, let's do this again. Avo ain't been here for a minute, so let me do this right. What's up, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy fucking Football Podcast. Episode 30 motherfucking 3. 33 in this mug. Hey, this is where you come for all your fantasy football needs and to chop it up about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Dot, and we back, and I'm here with my co-bro.
What's up, man? Dynasty Bro Vic. Hey, I want to say shout out to the day ones who've been rocking with us since the summer.
Ew.
And I know we got a lot of new listeners, so shout out to, if this is your day one, shout out to you too, man. Hopefully you enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the motherfucking journey, because it's about to be a long ride, baby. I hope you ready for it. I hope you can feel this energy, man. It's been a minute since the crew done linked up, and we done did this day one style, so I'm happy to have Avo back. Dynasty Bro Vic to my motherfucking left, and we get into it, and we here with another fire episode. We always got what's the word, you know how that's going. We always got some hood TMZ, fantasy TMZ with Dynasty Bro Vic, brought to you by Dynasty Bro Vic. That nigga invented that shit. That's my nigga. Mark my words on that shit. Put my foot down on it. Go to war with my brother. Unless it's Warzone, because he already got partners. But that's another thing. That's a whole nother situation. Hey, I ain't mean to bring it to the pod.
You can drop with me, man.
My bad, bro. I don't want no smoke.
Plunder.
He got a whole trio already set up.
Battle Royale. We'll get
it. But nah, ain't no B-team players of the week, right? Thank you, Avo. Ain't no injuries going on as of now. But we do got a fire segment for you guys. We've been out here working. We've been getting involved, doing our due diligence of scouting, and we was involved in that combine, so we want to make sure we come back, give y'all some of that information on some players that we really been looking into, and letting you know like where we think they're going to be situated at after the combine done went away. So that's what we're here for, man. Vic, how you feeling? It's been a minute since we've been in this setting. I feel like it's 1 or 2 weeks. Feels like a lifetime, man, without doing this shit, bro.
Yeah, it feels good, man. And just so y'all know, we got the video coming soon. So we about to get the YouTube popping, a live stream. So want to give y'all, much more to Dynasty Bros.
That's real. I'm going to have to make sure to get my hair cut.
Yes.
Shit.
Hey, I'm going to be week to week. It depends. I might even have on the same shit. I don't care.
I can't wait till y'all hear the pre-podcast freestyles. Like, they're funny, but you got to see them shits. They're even funnier to watch, like the thought process. Vic be going through it like, all right, I think I got a bar. All right, I might got 2. Let me wait in.
Hey, switch the beat back. I know you're switching the beat.
Hey, that shit, I can't wait till we get to video, man. We got plenty of surprises for y'all. All that shit's coming out. YouTube about to be busting. So, what we're gonna do is shout out to DJ Avo spinning all these Biggie instrumentals in the background. That's what the fuck he do. He got the Dynasty Bros hoodie on. All right, I'm getting sidetracked, man. I'm just excited to be back with my brothers and being the place to be. So I hope y'all are too. Hope y'all can hear that energy, and I hope y'all ready for this fire ass episode. So let's get to what's the word, Vic. What you want to start with, man?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the what's the word, man. So a couple things, and we'll get out of here. But I like to pretty much let you guys know what's happening in the streets in terms of the NFL. So I'll try to find some creative news as it relates to those topics, man. So let's start with Mr. Deion Sanders on Twitter. If you guys don't know, there's going to be a HBCU combine. So of course the NFL combine just took place in Indianapolis a couple of weeks ago. So the HBCU, historically black colleges and universities, they're going to get their shot. It's going to take place at the Miami Dolphins complex. This is going to be March 27th through the 29th. So be on the lookout for that. It's always some talent coming out of the HBCUs. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. Shout out to Bleacher Report Gridiron. Did you guys know Patrick Mahomes, he played safety in high school?
He doesn't look that athletic and like he don't look like he should be playing safe. You ever like he can move fast for a quarterback, I guess per se,
Yeah.
but he doesn't look like an athlete like that.
Yeah, but apparently he played safety, and then his junior year he got moved to quarterback. So
But wait, was he good at safety?
I don't know. That I don't know. But,
Okay.
but clearly he's better at fucking quarterback. So he got moved. He got moved to QB his junior year, and the rest is history. But reason why I'm bringing that up just because in his second year, at least of the league in terms of like starting, won the league MVP, already won a Super Bowl, and he basically said he just learned how to read defenses last year. So ceiling, man, is like sky's the limit in terms of like room to grow. Still learning, but that's crazy.
Damn, light skinned niggas be winning sometimes.
Yeah, man, all the time.
Sometimes.
But, all right, man. But let's go down to at least Florida. So shout out to Bleacher Report Gridiron again. Lamar Jackson, pretty much. There's a clip of him like running a route barefoot. I don't know why he's doing it barefoot, but he basically burned somebody. So if you're interested in seeing that,
Dark skinned niggas always doing some extra shit.
Yeah,
they
man.
already think we country. He out there confirming it.
yeah. So check that out.
Dark skinned niggas running shit all the time.
Good thing he didn't step on no glass or some shit. And then we're gonna keep it with Bleacher Report. Shout out to them again. Did you guys know John Ross played on Snoop Dogg's youth football team back
I
in the day?
actually knew that. I think he was involved when actually Snoop had the show.
What was the show called again? I forgot.
Don't ask me.
Okay.
I just remember the show.
But yeah, man, so you can check out Bleacher Report Gridiron. They got the photos on there. We do want to send our prayers and thoughts and to the folks who were impacted by the tornadoes down in Nashville, Tennessee.
True that.
It was
true
good
that.
to see the Tennessee Titans organization. Of course, a lot of people stepped up to spearhead the relief efforts, but Tennessee Titans got involved. There's video of Mike Vrabel. Is it Vrabel? Did I say it right?
Vrabel, yeah.
Vrabel. All right, yeah, head coach. Pretty much, he's front line down there, helping out, passing out supplies. And then also the Texans, the Colts, and the Jags also donated about roughly $100,000 combined. So shout out to them. It's
Shout
just
out.
cool just to
Shout
show these are division rivals, but for them to come together, support, during this tragedy, I think that's awesome. So that's dope, man. And one more thing before we get to the big news of the day. Man, there's this picture, apparently Tim Lincecum. I don't
Who?
know. Tim Lincecum.
I like when Vic try to guess names.
I can't say
Lincecum.
Yeah,
He
I
a
fuck up
pitcher.
names.
He a pitcher.
Yeah, pitcher for the Angels, but somebody, was his imposter apparently, and they scammed Hayden Hurst on Twitter for some signed memorabilia.
Damn.
So he got scammed out of some memorabilia. The guy was acting like he was Tim. The guy who pretty much, was the imposter. I'm trying to find his name. Where's it at?
Lincecum.
Michael Daly. That's his name. So shout out to BroBible.com.
Michael Daly sound like he scam people, bro.
Yeah, man, Michael Daly. But Mark Harris with BroBible.com got the article. Pretty much, cops said Hurst mailed him jerseys that were signed. And then the reason why this is a big issue because the dude ended up putting it on eBay and selling it. And apparently he's been doing this for years. He's obtained NFL jerseys, cleats, gloves, hats, WWE championship belts. So he finally got busted, man. And Hayden Hurst was the latest victim.
Can he get in real trouble for that though?
Yeah.
Because you didn't.
I almost want to change these booze.
Nah, he was running a scam operation, like acting like he's somebody, posing as a celebrity, and then you're taking their signed shit and selling it to make a profit. You're running a whole scam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about what trouble
You trying
he
to
can
figure out
really
what he
get
did,
in.
really did wrong.
Yeah, because
all
he
did was
didn't
impersonate.
steal no debit card, credit
He
card
didn't even
information.
steal
He
information.
that's
He
like
just-
me hitting up Ava and say, "Hey, my name is Rick Ross, and I like your hats, so you should send me your hats. I'm Rick Ross," and then he just sends it to him. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like it's fucked up.
Shouldn't
It's-
they have done their due
Yeah,
diligence?
I feel like he's not going to get in any trouble with the law.
Oh, he is. He got
No, it
arrested.
is. Like, it's illegal.
I think it comes down to defaming. What is it? Defamation? I don't know how to say the shit, but
Yeah,
when you're defaming,
defamation.
defamation.
This nigga Vic is out here winging the fuck out of words.
Hey, I fuck
That's
up words.
a
I fuck
strong
up
beer
names.
over there. That's a strong.
Said defamation.
Whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. He's defaming. I try to put the short ing version on it. I didn't want to try the TION version. Fuck y'all.
People said defamation.
Using a sentence. Nigga, I would have been out the spelling bee.
I cannot.
That's a first round type word too, bro. I would have been done. I'm through.
Hey man, you gotta love Vic, and it's just dropping the ball on words and names, man. That shit's fire. That's the beer. What kind of beer you got today, bro?
Nah, it ain't the beer, bro. That's just the Indianapolis Public School. But this is the Ryan Geist. I'm drinking some India Pale Ale. I made it out though.
I feel like you need to start doing beer of the week, bro. And I'm gonna start asking you whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Because Vic be having different beers every week. It be some cans, some bottles, and it never looks the same. And it's always some weird shit. So I'm gonna start doing the beer of the week, man. Maybe that'll help out some shit in the long
Clear
run.
B hit him with a challenge.
He did, man. Shout out to Clear B. He had me.
Told that nigga drink some real beer. Nigga.
Made me step my game up. Clearly, Blue Moon isn't a.
Ever since that day, Vic been having shit that I don't even know what the fuck it is every time now.
All right, man. Let's close out the news, what's happening. But I do want to get into this CBA proposal. So if you guys don't know, of course, around the league, the NFL is going through its collective bargaining agreement. Are you guys familiar with that or heard about it at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
But pretty much, y'all ain't read shit. But
Come on, bro.
Bro, they
I've been
talking
hearing
about
about
it
it,
on
man.
ESPN,
Yeah, bro. We all know about it.
all right, but for those who don't know, the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement, is pretty much, you know, it's pretty much the labor agreement that's between the NFL and the players and how the revenues, gets distributed. And they also set like health and safety standards. So pretty much I just want to kind of highlight, at least like some of the main talking points, at least as to how I understand it.
All right, fill us in, brother Vic.
And just so you guys know, I did get this from an ESPN article. I do want to shout out my sources when I can. Dan Granzano.
and the dropping the ball continues.
Dan Graziano. I think I said it right that time. Graziano. It sounds real Italian.
Hey, what?
Close.
What? You don't try to pronounce these before you get over here. You just
Nah.
Throw them in Google, hit the pronounce
yeah,
button.
nigga. You don't figure it out. You just fuck it.
Man, hey, I looked at that.
I tried.
Tim Lincecum. I struggled with that one for like a minute. I do take like 2 minutes, but like, how am I gonna say this one? All right, cool. It sounds good.
This is what we going with today.
But shout out to those guys. But
Oh my god.
so what is this collective? At least the latest proposals about? Pretty much this agreement's in place for 10 years. So of course, right now it's set to expire. So they're trying to come to terms on what they're going to have in place for the next 10 years. So for starters, pretty much they're going to increase the league revenue in terms of what the players get access to. So right now, this will get the players about 47% of the league revenue. So that's going to be an increase. And then also, which players would benefit the most? Right now, it benefits pretty much people who operate on a minimum salary.
Yeah.
So that's the folks who are probably interested in it the most. Of course, people who get the big salaries, players who get the big salaries might not be as interested. One thing to consider is basically, with this, there's some pros and cons. So you got to think about the long term and short term. So of course, some of the short term impacts is they're going to add more games. So right now it's a 16 game season, 17 weeks. They're looking to actually play 17 or 18 games.
It's one more game, but they're getting rid of a preseason game, which motherfuckers don't care and don't play anyway for the most part.
Yeah, that's still something to consider though, just because that's a lot of time for guys who are trying to make roster spots. That's one less opportunity to get to show off their skills or why I should make the team.
True that.
So with that being said, they're going to extend the season. Of course, players want to be compensated if you're going to extend the season, but that puts them at risk of being injured more. I mean,
True that. Don't like that shit.
16 weeks of having your body banged up and bruised is already rough, so adding another game, that's tough. Hell, I'm still feeling some shit from flag football, bro.
This nigga he called me like, bro, what did your Achilles injury feel like? I think I tweaked my Achilles. I'm like, bro, stretch. He like, bro, I didn't stretch this week. I just went out there and started running. I said, nigga, we ain't young no more,
man.
bro.
Nigga.
Stretch, bro.
I'm done, man. I'm retired.
Your
bro.
body will tell you real quick.
Hey, my nigga did one season of flag football and quit,
done.
bro.
Got the $100 cleats on the shelf. I'm done. I'm letting all
Fully
that,
retired.
letting all that shit go.
He started finding reasons near the end of the season why he didn't want to play, like trying to convince me on why it made sense, why he about to quit. I'm like, nigga, if you don't want to play, that's on you, bro. You act like I'm the coach or some shit. Look here, coach. I ain't going to make it. Nigga, I'm the homie.
That 17 games sound messed up, man. Like, I understand the premise, but
Yeah.
that's so the owners make more money. They could just, get the players more money.
Well, they're trying to find opportunities to do that. So, of course, expanding, playing more games, that's more revenue, game tickets, stadium sales, TV revenue, all that good stuff. They are also, this will allow them to increase the game day active roster. Right now it's 46 players to 48, so more people make the rosters. And then, of course, current NFL roster is 53. This will expand it to 55 to get more opportunities. Another thing that stuck out to me was some financial changes around. Right now, players are paid over 34 weeks, the course of 34 weeks. So this would expand it to cover 36 weeks, which include, that 17th game. And also, right now, let's see. Basically, it would allow them to also collect some paychecks around 8 months. So right now, they're usually just paid in season. Like you play your games, you're paid for that. So they're trying to have to figure out what am I going to do for the rest of these 8 months. But this will allow their paychecks to be spread out across 8 months. So I'm trying to think of some other changes that stuck out. Drug policy, this is a big one. Basically, the new CBA would eliminate suspensions for positive marijuana tests.
Yeah, that's why I know a lot of them niggas was like, come on, bro, let's pass this bitch. Literally. Get it?
I mean, but to me, that's kind of like throwing a bone out there. I feel like they're still getting fucked on the back end. It's like, hey, we'll let you guys,
Hey, man, y'all can smoke some weed, man.
Yeah, but to me,
go use up your body so I can get this money.
That's cool and all, but it's like you gotta look at the long term. Like, is that really a plus? Like, yeah, they're being more lax on the drug policy, but you're still getting screwed physically, especially in the long run when you're done playing. And the final thing that stuck out to me, of course, there's a lot that goes into this, but another thing that stuck out to me pretty much right now with discipline cases, usually the commissioner handles it, but they'll bring in a third party to kind of handle all that stuff. That's been one of the biggest complaints because right now Roger Goodell and past commissioners been handling all the disciplinary actions.
Yeah.
So having an outside party, that makes sense.
I think that's fair, bro. That's the only way to make it all the way fair. An unbiased person just coming in and be like, look, this is what the fuck it needs to be. So that makes sense because the NFL they do not get shit right like the NBA do.
Yeah.
So if I understand correctly, aside from the 17th game, the other big issue is the fact that they only get 47% of the revenue.
Yeah.
And I think I've heard if they get like another percent or two, that equals like $5 billion.
What I saw, the increase would equate to about $70 million that goes back towards the players because, of course, there's a split in revenue. Like NFL gets, the other half of the 47. What's that? 53%.
They said that 3% is just 70 million.
Well, roughly. That's like an estimate.
I was told it was in the billions.
I'm looking at this article. At least I was on ESPN. It said 70 million.
Damn, I thought I heard it from ESPN. Maybe I was wrong.
But there's definitely some salary increases. One example I saw, player minimum, I think they make like $500K or $600K like a week or something like that. That would increase to like $800,000, $900,000, give or take. So, and practice squad players, I don't know if you guys know, but they make like $8,000 a week, so that would get increased too. So really, this deal is more appealing to like people who are like,
young and trying to get
trying to get established. Yeah.
Man, that's a business tactic.
Yeah,
it
but
is,
I don't know what else is in there, but I do know that they need about 65% of the vote. And if you tailor everything towards
the majority,
of the players,
not every
you can slide other things underneath,
bro. At my job,
the 17th game and the percentage.
Bro, last time we did contracts at my job, it was a bullshit ass contract, but they offered like a bonus in the moment with the bullshit contract, trying to convince all the people that just got hired on, like the majority, to be like, fuck it, let's just take this contract because it's a bonus check.
They don't know shit.
You gonna give me $5,000, bruh? Look at everything else. Eliminate that $5,000 bonus. We about to get fucked over if we agree to this.
Somewhere.
You know what that sound like? I think we've seen this already in the news with Meg Thee Stallion. Sounds like you taking the advance, but you getting fucked over later.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what it feels like. So of course, the way it's structured, it makes sense from an owner's perspective. It's more people in the league who are on minimum salaries or on the lower end. So of course, most of them are going to go with the right now short term, and then you got the guys with the big contracts who are more established, well versed. They're going to get feel the impacts. But one thing to consider in all this too, think about the OGs, guys who are retired. How does this impact them? Because if you're giving all this money up front to the younger guys, that's less money that goes out to the guys who gets the stipends and the disability claims on the back end. So that's going to make it harder to get those claims. So you're getting paid now in front as a youngster, but when you get older, you're screwed on the back end when you really need benefits. So
it's tough.
It is.
That's all tough, man. You didn't touch on one point, bro.
What's up?
How the fuck is fantasy gonna end up if they add another game? That means more players are gonna end up being set sometime throughout the season since they extended the season. Like, how does that figure into fantasy playoffs, the important back end of the season? Like, I think it alters fantasy too. So I would love to see how that plays out too. Like, it'll probably take, if this happens, it'll take the first year to really be able to strategize how fantasy playoffs work and shit like that. Because I do think it'll change the season in fantasy, adding another game.
That's a good point because we see load management today in basketball. So
imagine adding another real NFL game.
Yeah, where we see load management week 13 or 14 or
see.
Yeah,
during the most important part of the season. So I thought I'd bring fantasy into it. I didn't want to forget that and lead that.
Man, they just need to add another bye week or two.
That alters fantasy too, and that alters. I mean, but
well, I know
but
that
then they say they'll do that though.
But like if you add
they'll
weeks,
add another bye week basically, right? If they add games.
I didn't see that part.
No,
I know they're going to add another team to the playoff structure, like real football playoff structure, and only one team gets a bye. That's another thing too. I didn't know if you made the divisional round, you didn't get paid because you're not playing the game because everything's based off game checks. But this new proposal, if you get the first round bye, you get a game check too. So stuff like that.
Hold up, one more time with that. I'm sorry, I kind of.
Yeah. So
you said if you make the divisional round,
basically you get a first round bye in the playoffs. Today,
well,
teams
I'm saying you said somebody
paid.
doesn't get a check.
Teams, basically, it's wild card weekend.
That's trash.
It's wild card weekend. So if you're the Chiefs, you got to buy. You don't get paid until you play.
That's
that week.
trash, bro. So you telling me I won
They don't get paid
and
on their
not
bye
got
week?
paid?
No. I thought they did.
No,
That's why I was
they
like,
get-
just add more bye
I
weeks.
done
get
got
paid off
first
game
place
checks.
and I can't get a fucking check.
Yeah, but
Oh,
this new structure allows them to get paid. Like they get a higher, pay.
they getting fucked from jump anyway.
But
You should
don't-
get paid for your bye week.
But don't they get bonuses and shit for making the playoffs and stuff too? though?
I don't know about that.
That's
I
bullshit.
don't know. I mean, that could be in
No, I'm sure that they
contracts.
get
I don't know.
bonuses.
We need to pull up on Roger, bro. Y'all
It's
wanna
a lot,
pull up
man.
on Roger?
That's wow, slime.
Look, on behalf of the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, I pitch that we pull up on Roger, bro.
How long has he been a commish though? Because keep in mind, this current structure was in place for 10
You better
years.
say no. He didn't do this.
I don't know. It might have been 10 years. I don't know.
Oh, damn,
The
I
time
guess-
flies.
I guess we owe the shit. Man.
Yeah, we gotta look. But at the
I
end
ain't
of the day,
old as shit. Fuck you.
but look, I know there's a whole lot that goes into this CBA proposal. I just want to kind of call out some of the shit that stuck out to me. So that was really the point of that. And get on Twitter. You'll see a lot of players voicing their concerns around it. I know RG3's been pretty, opinionated, dropping some good points. Sam Ako, he's
Who?
I think Sam Ako, linebacker.
Janae?
Nah. But he kind of broke down like the pros and cons of both sides. So just keep in mind, man, this doesn't really help the guys who are retired. Like the guys who really needs the health claims and the disability benefits, all that good stuff. So you gotta think long term. But hey, if I'm a young guy, trying to eat for a year or two,
Yeah.
you might be living in it right now, and then hopefully they got people in their corner that can help them make some smart investments. It ain't about just making investments, but smart investments, saving their money, all that good stuff. So it's tough, man. It's a complex situation.
It is. This has nothing to do with the CBA, but I just want to say that Vic is going for a record. I know he likes first and breaking records, but he's officially ruined 3 names the first half of the podcast episode. 2 more, he done broke his own record. He done did 4 names in the episode before, so we'll see if he can get 5. So we're going to look forward to that going into the second half. And right before we go into the second half, I would like to say, follow us at all social medias. Follow me. I am Dynasty Bro Dot. Hit me up on the gram. Hit me up on Twitter. Facebook will be reactivating sometime soon. Follow the main page on Instagram, Dynasty Bros FF. All right. Follow. Hey, Vo, you can go since you got the microphone.
on,
He looked
man,
like he
I'm
was
ready.
ready. How you know I wasn't going to go to Vic next?
Nah, fuck that. I'm ready. I've been practicing in my head.
Oh
It
my
is
God. I
at
bet it sound
DJ
exactly the
Avo
same.
Love. DJAVOLXVE. Let's go.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
All right, bet.
Kinda.
Dynasty Bro Vic.
Yeah, you can follow me at Dynasty Bro Vic, Instagram, Twitter. We got the Facebook, Dynasty Bros FF Podcast. Subscribe, follow, rate us on all streaming sites at Dynasty Bros FF everywhere. Questions, topics, emails, scouting reports, what have you, questions at DynastyBrosFF.com. Hey, before we get out of here, though, y'all got a flag on the play?
Tell me your flag on the play.
My flag.
I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, it's off season, so like I'm gonna branch out. My flag go to Draymond Green, man.
For what? Because I hope it's not for what I was looking up.
For how he came at Charles.
If you guys don't know, Draymond Green, he plays, basketball for the Golden State Warriors, and he's been going back and forth with Charles Barkley on social media. So
Interesting.
Draymond got a quote saying Charles should stop before I go take his job. He already ain't making enough money playing, so he need that job. He should stop talking to me. No rings, can't sit at this table. And then Charles fired back. He's like the guy in the boy band who's the least important member, and he think the crowd is cheering for him. He doesn't realize he's standing next to Justin Timberlake. He don't have a face for TV. He's got a face for radio. So that's Charles Barkley clapping back. But to me, man, he got to respect the OG. In my opinion, Charles is a great player, Hall of Famer, right? Is he? I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, legit.
Top 50 player.
But
like, easy.
But
Draymond is not above Charles in any basketball sense.
And here's my thing. I feel like Charles is known as an undersized power forward. Draymond's game is kind of like that too. It's like you would think he would, look up to Charles, but at the end of the day, I don't think there's no reason for him to be bashing Charles Barkley, rings or no rings. I'm taking Charles Barkley over Draymond Green.
If we talking about just talent, yeah, you take Charles Barkley. What I will say is Charles Barkley has a knack for targeting certain players and saying slick shit. Charles Barkley is Draymond. He always says slick shit about Russell Westbrook. And one thing I'm not going to let slide is, as a man, you attack me past what your fucking job is. So if you're critiquing my basketball skills, fine. But sometimes Charles Barkley goes sideways, and he started that with Draymond. And it was before this incident. So I respect any grown man who is going to defend himself, because I don't care if you're a Hall of Famer or not, you're not going to critique anything outside what you're supposed to be critiquing about me, because if not, I'm going to put my foot down and stand up as a man. So I respect you defending yourself.
You got to defend himself. I think there's a respectful way to defend yourself, and maybe he's tried that already. Like maybe they
this
talk.
Ain't their first time getting into it.
No, I'm just saying, like maybe he talked behind scenes to where it's like, all right, you just gonna keep talking crazy, so I'm gonna unleash. I just want to say that I think Charles' comeback is pretty good.
It was. That was a fire comeback.
That's why I'm like, that's like legit. Like he's not even Chris Bosh like good to be that third wheel. Like he ain't that good. I wish he was. I like that shit he talk.
Nah, Draymond's a good ass player.
He's solid. Kind of sometimes.
He
had his chance to show how good he was.
Hey,
he was the main player on this team while Steph been hurt.
Hey, listen. They lost that championship just because Draymond set out that game to LeBron.
Yeah,
he was important, bro.
That's legit.
What, you want us to keep rolling?
I'm ready to.
Nah, he want to wrap it up. We talking basketball.
That's the wrap it up box. That was my flag.
Hell nah, cool. Nigga.
Draymond shouldn't be talking shit. That's my flag.
I want the free for all to talk, bro. He wrapped it up like we pressed for time, man. That's some Vic ass shit, bro.
I just want to throw my flag.
It's cool.
So now we talking about it. You want to wrap it up now that we talking about it?
It's a cool little flag. It's all right.
Y'all got flags?
Nah, we wrapping it up.
Flag on the play on Vic.
Nah, bro. Fuck the rest of the podcast. We're going on break.
Hey, Dynasty Bros.
What's up, sir?
Do you know where I can record a podcast at?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Anchor?
Anchor?
Anchor.fm.
Anchor.fm.
FM. Anchor.fm.
Never heard of it.
Oh my gosh, where have you been? Not on this earth, apparently.
Clearly.
Anchor.fm. It's the easiest place to record a podcast.
How easy?
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Tell me about it, Vic.
They'll even help you distribute your podcast to all the streaming sites such as Apple, Spotify, and Anchor, plus much more.
What?
Did you say Apple?
Apple.
I like Apple.
Everybody likes Apple. Have you ever struggled to try to find a podcast?
Always. Is there some type of way that Anchor FM can help me with that?
Not really, but if you search directly on the money, you can find the shit. They did it for us. Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, that is. But nah. Oh, for real. On the real. Hey, Anchor.fm is the easiest way to record and get your podcast out there to all the sites. Give the sites one more time, Dynasty Bro Vic.
Apple, Spotify, and Anchor, plus much more.
Hey, you know how we do it, and it's not a lie if we telling you about it. So go ahead and jump on Anchor.fm, start you a podcast, You can start recording right now.
Right now.
It's going to be the easiest way to get on and start your business, baby.
It's the truth, man. It's the truth.
All right, Vic, hit these niggas with a yeah.
Yeah.
And I ain't never been no bitch.
And we are back.
Oops.
Yeah. So first thing we're gonna do on the way back,
record.
I'm not gonna tell y'all what just happened. We're gonna let that ride. Shout out to Jets Pizza, man. Shout out
Jets
to them,
Pizza.
bro.
Hey,
Shout out.
Hey, call in in Indianapolis, specific locations. Call in, use that promo code Dynasty Bros FF, get 20% off your order.
FF, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, you get some pizza. When we had George on and Corey, they was fucking with that. What did we get them? The
Buffalo
chicken
the Buffalo
pizza.
bacon chicken pizza.
I know. I was happy to eat it, and then Corey was like, "Nah." George was like, "You know, I got bacon on that thing." So I had to throw that one. Couldn't fuck with it like that. So I know it's just sad, ain't it, man?
It is, broke my heart.
I know, but shout out to Jets Pizza, man. The only pizza place to order from. If you ain't got no Jets, you ain't got no life.
Yeah, and I
Certainly
want
ain't got no pizza.
to add on to that. They also got some specials too, man. Monday and Tuesday, large one topping for $9.99, and Wednesday, small deep dish one topping for $5. Check out our social medias for the official locations. It's on our social medias.
So did you just say one topping for $5?
That's the small deep dish.
It's a small, boy. I thought
$5
I thought it was
on
bigger.
Wednesdays, which will be tomorrow after we drop this. But Monday and Tuesday,
Cool.
the large one topping for $9.99, and of course the daily special, 20% off.
Boy, that's like a $10 date right there, boy. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jets Pizza. They'll jet right to you. I'm going to keep saying it till they make it a thing. I'm going to hit Brandon up, bro. It sounds like a thing. So I don't care what y'all say.
I think you just wanted to be a
I
thing.
know, Jets Pizza. You got to turn your shoulder. Jets Pizza. They'll jet right to you. Hey, and shout out to Limitless Recover too, man. Hey, what can they all get from Limitless Recover, Vic?
Man, they got, which is our friends, all your workout, activity recovery needs. So they got the topical creams, they got the sprays. They got a lot of new products. They got some ROM stretching, some yoga stretching. They got, I think I saw a sauna on there, fits 2 people in there. They got the massager, so a lot of new products, shirts, and they got the CBD deodorant. I actually ordered some, man.
I know I got the email, my nigga. I seen it.
Oh man,
The purchase come
damn,
through.
I gotta switch my shit up. He
Yeah, my
watching
nigga,
me,
this shit came-
watching me shop,
I was
man.
thinking to myself, why he ain't order from his own personal shit?
watch-
He ordered from the questions.
Trying to write some shit. Hey, we gonna take this shit offline. Trying to write some.
I already know why. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing at all. I said, that's a business move. That's what Vic be on.
I seen it come through. Hey, you still been in the gym, my nigga?
Yeah, I ain't been in there this week though.
I can
but
tell the
I'm be there
shoulders
tomorrow.
done went down, my nigga.
Yeah, I'm back in there tomorrow though.
From a week.
Bro, it be like that. Fucking
The shoulders done went down.
Warzone fucking drop, man.
My nigga back on that Call of Duty ain't in the gym no more. This nigga said next week it's only Tuesday. Nigga, he got it the rest of the week. This nigga said I'm back in next week.
I'm done for the week.
I'm gonna get in there tomorrow.
Oh man, y'all niggas is funny. But yeah, shout out to our sponsor.
Yeah, and on that Limitless Recovery tip, we do, we definitely got a discount for you guys. So if you guys hit up our social media, Facebook, we got a discount link, get you 10% off. At least all your orders. So check out our social media there, and also I'll post it on Instagram. Of course, it's not friendly to copy the link, so you would literally have to type it word for word. But you can message me. I'll DM you the link, message you the link, whatever. So
Yeah, what he said. DM him. He gonna message you the link, and then link up, nigga.
yeah. So shout out to our sponsors. Appreciate y'all.
All right, so look, we've been doing our due diligence to prep for all of this combine stuff, scouting all these rookies and the incoming class, because we know it's a loaded class, man. So, we were actually able to go down to the combine, last week. Well, yeah, basically.
A couple weeks ago.
It felt like last week.
It did.
But it came to the city. We were able to go out, man, and we had a good time, man. Met some good people. Got to watch the running backs. Got to watch the O-linemen.
Yeah, hey, tell them who we met though before we get into the running back
we
shit.
met a little big nigga. Maybe I shouldn't say it like that, because if he listens to it, he might get offended.
I think we met a future Hall of Famer, if you ask me.
He is, bro. There's no way he shouldn't be. We met Mr. Darren Sproles. I'm gonna tell you how awkward it was. I see the short nigga walk by, and I'm like, hey, I know him. This is literally, I said it out loud to Vic. Vic like, who? I said him. So we take a few more steps. So now he's walking the opposite way. And I'm like, bro, that's Darren Sproles. He's like, for real? I was like, yeah. I was like, bro, you trying to go back and get a picture? Vic looking like hesitant. I'm like, come on, bro. What? Why not? So we turn around. We're going to get the picture right. Lord knows I'm not the go up and approach type. I suck at that.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you, and it's him. You wasn't there, so I figured naturally he gonna take lead.
Right.
This nigga did everything but take lead. He was hesitant like I was, and I'm like, okay. He's like, it's awkward, bro. What you doing? I'm like, nigga, I'm waiting for you to take lead. It's awkward because I'm not expecting to take lead. You feel me? So we can get like 3 feet from these niggas, and ain't nobody said nothing yet, but he done stopped. So we look like we're trying to walk up to him, but we haven't walked up to him yet. Like, now we're just 3 feet away, like we have intentions to walk towards and say something to this nigga, but ain't nobody said nothing yet. So I'm like, hey, and I look at Vic like, bro, please walk up. And then Vic finally goes up, says what's up, says hey. And it's just like, Vic just know what to fucking say without. I feel awkward. It never would have came out. Hey, bro, you mind? What's up? We're Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. It sounds easy saying it right now. We appreciate you and your career, man. We'd like to take a picture for social media. He did it.
I'm gonna have to make sure to start being there. I take that road easy. That's nothing to me.
And
you know
I
what?
never do.
Yeah, legit.
He was cool though. Hey, but Darren was cool about all
dope.
that. And then I think he might have been with a former player. I was like, hey, do you mind taking this picture for us?
And we did not know him.
I didn't know
and
who he
Vic
was.
asked that nigga to take the picture.
Bro,
I was thinking that in the back of my mind.
I asked him like he was the fucking Uber driver,
So
bro.
let y'all know. I'm sure they
Yeah.
talked about that later.
Like this nigga had a card up,
Yeah.
wait with the limo service for
Bro.
fucking Darren Sproles. That's what.
So
that nigga
shout out to
was.
him, man.
Shout out to the nigga that was probably an ex NFL player.
Thought he
that
was a
took the
bodyguard.
picture. Man, we blew that.
My
bro.
bad, man.
When you asked him, I was thinking to myself, damn, what if he's somebody? But we dropped the ball. We didn't fucking know. So yeah, we got photos with Mr. Darren Sproles. Shout out to my nigga Marley on the fucking. That's who he remind me of. That's who he played like.
Legit.
Yeah, man. Check out our social medias.
Does he play fantasy? Y'all get that question out?
Nah,
Nah,
it was
we
just
ain't- we ain't
a
asking.
quick
It's a-
meet and greet and
quick in and
respectful.
out.
Hey, you mind taking a pic? He was cool though. Darren was cool. Shout out to him. Hope he makes the Hall of Fame. He deserves it.
Yeah, so we did run into Darren Sproles. Man, so
dope.
just met a few people down there just for the sake of networking, just in general. So
you
it was a
should.
cool experience being there, man. So I'm looking forward to doing that for many years to come, bro.
Yeah, hopefully they keep it here. I know that's
say,
been,
y'all
that's been
traveling?
up in the air. We'll see. Hopefully it stays in Indy. To me, it makes sense. Indy Central, it's out the way. People can't get in trouble. Every flight's about $200 here. So 2-hour flight, give or take, no matter where you at. Unless you're in Cali, it's 4 hours.
And it's probably one of the cheapest cities to
Yeah.
like come visit, like
And have a good
compared
time.
to big cities. So yeah, I fuck with it. We'll be there every year. Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. We'll jet right to you. So Vic, let's talk about some running backs, man, because we actually were there Thursday and got to sit in on some running backs, watch them firsthand, man, and it was a bunch of them, bro.
Yeah.
A bunch of them. So, what we'll do is we'll do our due diligence to talk about a couple, on my side, on your side. I'm gonna ask you which ones you thought were obviously good, and maybe some that you think are going to be sleepers, and just maybe where you think that they should go in order. Like whether it's in the real NFL draft or in just fantasy, like due to talent. So, yeah, let's just get straight to it right there, man. And I'll let you go first. Who was your most impressive running back that you got to watch, man, while we were down there?
For me, Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to start with the 40s because that's the first thing we saw. Saw everybody run the 40. So his first 40, from what I remember, ran a 4.41. And then on that second attempt, he ran a 4.39. So mind you, he's 5'10". Coming off the season, he was 216, but at the combine, he was 226. So for you to put on 10 pounds of muscle, additional muscle, and to run a 4.3, that speaks volumes. So in my opinion, I think Jonathan Taylor's going to be the first running back off the board. I know he's had 2,000-yard seasons between rushing and catching in his career. So I know that might be a concern for some, like owners and GMs, just giving, fresh legs. But, I mean, you got a big back that's running a 4.3, and clearly he's, a top 2 prospect, as it relates
Easy.
to being a running back.
Easy.
To me, he's the number 1 running back coming out.
Yeah, and like you said, this is a draft class that's loaded, man, from head to toe, especially at the skill position. And we sat and watched Jonathan Taylor too, and my only You know what my only concern was? He caught the ball, so it wasn't like he dropped anything. But I did admit that he looked, out of the top prospects, probably the most uncomfortable actually running the routes. He looked unsettled because he wasn't having to run a lot of receiving routes at Wisconsin. So, but he can catch the ball. He caught like 26 passes this past year, which isn't bad. It's actually good. If you're in the 20s as far as receptions for a running back in college, it's pretty good. But he just looked a little bit uncomfortable. But running routes is something you can learn. That's something that you can be coached up on. You feel me?
Question: would you say uncomfortable or more unnatural? I would probably lean more towards unnatural. Me personally, like, of course, you got your opinion. I respect it. But I get what you're saying. To me, I would describe it as he looked more unnatural. And we're speaking about, we saw them run the angle route. So if you guys don't know, you're literally running a V. You cut out, act like you run out, and you cut back in towards the linebacker. So that's like a quick route. So he did look like it didn't look natural, like, for him.
I mean, the reason why I said uncomfortable is because I think comfortable and natural are different things too. So like I think a lot of pass catchers, they look more natural. Like the next guy we're gonna talk about, because I'm gonna talk about Swift. I think he looked comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, because he's been used to doing it, but I don't think he looked natural like some of the guys that are just regular route runners. They just look like they do it effortless. And
okay.
So like, it looked real shaky when he was out there running those routes, man. But he caught the passes.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for. Yeah. And that route running and all that stuff that comes, especially from a smart, talented player, he'll get coached up on that, man, that route running. So he did look good, man. He looked quick. He looked serious, and he actually stood out. That's important, to stand out amongst all of that talent. So I get why you say he's number one.
Yeah. So let's talk about Swift, man.
I think Swift is probably going to be number one just because he just looked good just doing it all. So, like, I'm not going to say he looked better than Taylor doing it, but they both look great doing everything except for the route running for Taylor. Swift looked great doing everything too. The 40 time for Taylor, though, just I feel like that's probably why you're like, that trumps it, because there's no way he should be running a 4.39 at that size. So I get it, but I feel like if they're both doing everything great, I'm going to give the edge to the guy who got the great all across the board, not the great, one good, great. So,
yeah.
But who's fucking arguing potato? Them, they look good. They were literally the two standouts for the most part, man. Like, there's one more that I thought upped his stock, but we'll talk about him next.
Okay.
But Swift, he's out there catching the ball. He looked so serious, straight faced the whole fucking time, didn't break. He looked like he had a purpose. Go out there, kill the combine, and I think he did. So shout out to Swift, man. I still think he's probably the number one prospect, but at running back. But like I said, they're 1A, 1B, bro.
Yeah, and Swift, he's 5'8", 212. I think he might have shedded a little bit, but he ran a 4.48. So to me, if you're a running back, you want to run a 4.4, 4.5, or 4.6. You can live with a 4.6 with a running back.
And he still looked like stocky. He looked real solid, man. So
yeah, and from what I saw, like you said, man, I'm just gonna echo. He did look good in all the drills. He checked all the check boxes, and just solid. Like, no matter what the drill was, you knew he was gonna perform and exceed at it. So that's what you want to see. So yeah, he's definitely gonna be a plug and play starter week 1.
True that.
So shout out to Swift, shout out to Taylor. Give or take, if you got the 102 or 103 or hell even the 101.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, you can't go wrong either way. So, all right, man, let's get into some more running backs, man. So I got another running back. I'm gonna mention a guy who didn't show up, who didn't participate there. J.K. Dobbins, man.
Man, you think he hurt his stock, bro?
Man, in my opinion, I think he did, only because the NFL Combine, like Reggie Wayne said when he was down there on the field, it's the biggest interview. So, if you got arguably the top 2 prospects there performing, if they didn't sit out, you got to be there. So for JK not to be there, that tells me he's either maybe nursing an injury potentially, or maybe his bench press isn't where it wants to be, or maybe his 40 isn't where he wants it to be, so he's saving it for the pro day.
Or maybe he just didn't want to get overshadowed, because like Taylor and Swift stood the fuck out.
They did.
And I feel like if you want to throw yourself in that conversation, you got to be there to compete.
Yeah.
Like, you should have just been like, look, even if you got to sit out something that you're not comfortable with, the bench press, you need to be there on that field, running them routes, catching them balls, like doing all the running drills, because those guys are locked in studs and they have your name in that conversation. And for you just to not show up and not want to be there, bro, I feel like that's a part of being a professional, wanting to compete, want to get your name out there. And I feel like he dropped the ball not being there, man.
Yeah, because a person of his caliber, in my opinion, the NFL Combine should be the main stage, and then you're sitting out on your pro day. To me, I look at the pro day as I didn't get an invite to the Combine, so I got to shine at the pro day, or I didn't test well on something at the Combine. Here's my chance to show these scouts, hey, here's what I can do. I might have put up 15. Let me put up this 19 reps, or I might have ran a 4.5. Let me run this 4.4 on pro day. But if you're just going to just leverage a pro day only, I mean, I do kind of understand what's going on. Like, what made you, what held you back? But he did hurt his stock, in my opinion.
And he is an athlete. He can catch the ball. He can run well. I think he has good vision. And you have Taylor locked in as your number one, because he went out there and ran that 4.39. I think Dobbins was going to be faster than Swift. So who knows how his stock could have raised, because if he would have went out there and ran a 4.4 flat, something faster than Swift, it's like, wow, well, maybe we need to just reevaluate who our number one running back is. But to wait on your pro day to do all that shit instead of just going head to head against the guys that are them top notch studs coming out, I think that was trash. So
yeah, but he's at Ohio State, so that's like, if you are going to be at a pro day, that's top 5 one of the pro days to be at. So that might help him, but I still think it hurt him overall. All right, Doc, give us another running back.
Man, I want to talk about Cam Akers, bro.
Okay,
is that cool?
Yeah.
Cam Akers is the guy that I think probably boosts his stock going to the Combine, because he was the next guy that looked fire out there to me. Like, he ran well, he caught well, he looked big and stocky the whole fucking time, and he looked focused too. Like I said this going into it, I want to go see the guys that look like standouts, that command everybody's attention every time they're going up, about to do their thing. And he's 5'10", 217, so like perfect prototypical size. He also ran a 4.47, so just a couple tenths faster than Swift. Dude, I'm excited about Akers, and before this season plummeted some of his stock because Florida State sucked ass, man. The offense sucked, the quarterback sucked, and it brought his prospects down playing with them for a whole nother year. But if you went into the projections going into this season, Akers was projected to be way higher as a prospect, and then Swift had his season again. Taylor had another big season like that, and then you got Dobbins blowing up on the best offense probably in the fucking NFL, maybe besides LSU. But dude, Cam Akers went out there and did everything he was supposed to do, bro, and I think he boosted himself right back into the conversation of, man, he has to be a clear top 5 back coming out. So
all right, I got one more running back.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck up his last name, but Clyde Edwards, is it Hilaire?
Hilaire.
All right.
Yeah.
Hilaire. Okay, got you. So Clyde Edwards, man, he's 5'7", 207, LSU. So won a championship with the Tigers. He ran a 4.6. It's a little bit on the slower end. I think Josh Jacobs ran like a 4.6, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not. It's not. Really, that's just like, 4.4, 4.6. That's just like a step or two slow.
And Mark Ingram did too, and that's kind of who he's built like.
Yeah. But here's the positive, though. He had a 39.5-inch vertical. So to me, that tells me he's explosive. So as far as like, making a cut or agility getting through the hole, like if you run a 4.6, but you show me a 39-inch vertical and a half at 5'7", that means, you got some lower body power, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of power in there. So I definitely think he's going to be a top 5 back off the board with the right team, right system. I think a passing offense would fit him best. Clearly,
he's a natural pass catcher. He can run the routes and smooth, soft hands.
Yeah, I know we're not getting into teams, but I would like to see him go like a Tampa Bay or Houston or some shit like that.
That would be fire.
You got a running back, another one for the sleepers?
I got one, but I wonder if I should throw him in as a sleeper. I'll probably just throw him in as a sleeper. So we can go to the sleepers because he'll be my top sleeper.
That's cool. Let's do that.
My top sleeper is because I think the combine didn't do him no justice.
Okay.
You already got the guys like the Dobbins awaiting his pro day, and then Hilaire looked so good, and then Cam Akers blew up, and then you got the top two no matter what. I think it overshadowed Zach Moss a little bit because Zach Moss is what he is. He's a big, bruising running back that can create space for himself. He's going to be hard to tackle. Of course, he's going to be hard to tackle at 5'9", 223. That's a big-ass motherfucker, you feel me? And, yeah, he didn't have the fastest 40. I get it. He ran a 4.65. But he doesn't create his game off of being fast. He just knows how to break tackles. It's hard to bring him down. You give him some short space, he'll know how to maneuver around. You give him a couple good blocks, he'll get yards on his own. So, like, I don't know. I think he's going to fit into, like, that big bruising first, second down back because a lot of these teams are not going to let you have the backfield to yourself anyway. So you put him with a nice pass catcher, let him work the goal line. He's gonna be all right because he's big and he's a bruiser, man. And I think he'll bang with the best of them. So I still am excited about Zach Moss, even though he didn't look like the studs did, like because he wasn't as explosive and it doesn't look as exciting. But I think he has a game that's built for being a part of the NFL. So
Okay, I'm gonna give you my top sleeper back. And when we get on the YouTube, we are going to revisit those 2019 bets. So I want to kick off a bet here, man, going into 2020. This running back here, he's definitely going to be a top 7 back off the board.
oh shit.
A.J. Dillon, man, out of Boston College. He's 6 foot, 250 pounds, ran a 4.53. His vertical was 41 inches, put up 23 reps on the bench. If you ask me, that's this draft class, Derrick Henry. Big body, can do it all. He can run, he can move, strong. So, yeah, that was one guy that caught my attention, especially looking down there, passing the eye test. That was my guy. I know he put up some nice numbers this year as well. So, he's definitely going to be someone I'm targeting in my Dynasty drafts.
And you say he's going to be a top what?
7.
Like in the real NFL draft?
Yeah, I'm saying like as far as, no, not like when I say top 7, meaning 7 RBs go, he's going to be number 6 or 7. I ain't saying top 7 like 1 through 7 because you got tackles and edge rushers, and I'm talking about as far as running back rankings, he's gonna be a number 7 within that top 7 of running backs.
Okay. Well, let me talk about this sleeper because I think the combine kind of hurt him, and I mean, hurt him bad, but like, Benjamin 5'9", 207.
Yeah.
So it's not like them heavy backs. Like Zach Moss was basically almost 20 pounds heavier than him. You feel me? He ran a 4.57, man. He only bench pressed his reps 12 times. He didn't have the fastest 3-cone drill. He didn't have the best fucking vertical jump. And just, I thought he'd be a little bit more of an athlete because you got like guys like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and it's like they kind of have the same build, but like he looks more like an athlete outside of that 40-yard dash more than Benjamin. But that was one of the guys, just the names I was looking forward to seeing, and he didn't do anything that just stood out outside of me already knowing his name. So I don't think it just killed his draft stock, but I don't think he went and boosted it any going to the damn combine. So Benjamin's a name, and right now I think he's just a name. So
Okay.
just thought I'd throw that out there.
All right. I have 3 more sleepers. How many more you got?
I got one more.
All right. I'm going to go then. My next one, this one's going to be quick. He played running back, but he actually got moved to wide receiver, and he tended to combine as a wide receiver, but Memphis running back Antonio Gibson, 6 foot, 228. He ran a 4.39. Vertical was 35 and 16 reps on the, bench. I think that's a player just to watch for your drafts as well. I think with the right system, like a coach that's, creative, they're going to find a way to use his skill set, whether it's, wildcat or just even putting him out there at wide receiver in the slot. This is a guy that I would consider a football player. So Antonio Gibson, we didn't see him, of course, during the running back workouts, but he did play running back in Memphis. I do want to roll into another running back then.
Yeah, I was about to say go and run one more.
All right, so my next one is also another football player, DJ Dallas, so out of Miami. He was a running back, so he's 5'10", 217, ran a 4.58. What stood out to me, no gloves, man, at the combine. So true man's man out there, man, like skin on pigskin. So that stood out to me. He was a high school, or at least in high school, he was a quarterback. Then got to Miami, showed up as a wide receiver, and then they moved him to running back. So he's physical. To me, he could, take on that H-back type role, Taysom Hill type role. I think the Patriots or even the Saints are a team that can use him. Somebody like that, you know what I mean? So basically, he needs a football mind, just to kind of leverage his skill set. So
I fuck with it. I want to go into like my sleeper back is one of those. Do they call him a hybrid? He's a back that would fit a role, and I think if you let him catch out the backfield, it'd be all right. I don't think he'll be a stud, but you know how you can be like a Duke Johnson or something out the backfield. I want to go with Anthony McFarland. Just one of the smaller backs. He's 5'8", 208. He ended up running one of the faster 40s this year at the combine for running back. So it wasn't super fast at the 4.4, but the 4.44 compared to a lot of the other shit. We had a lot of the big thumper backs running 4.6s this year outside of the studs, but he just has real short speed. He has good hands. He looked good running all the passing drills. That's the one thing I remember about him. He looked real solid running the passing drills. He actually looked more natural running the passing drills than all the running back drills. So that's why I said maybe they put him in, a position where he can actually go flourish at catching the ball out the backfield, and I think that would be good. Got some nice speed to him. Got a little nice size to him. So that's my sleeper because I'm not going to act like I knew too much about him before the combine. So
I like that.
He's out of Maryland.
That's real. All right, I got a deep sleeper, meaning, if I got to pick the spin, 5th round, 4th round, or even 3rd, if it's getting thin. Now, for me, this guy depends on what team he goes to. If he even gets drafted, but J.J. Taylor out of Arizona, 5'6", 185. He ran a 4.6. He reminds me of a Darren Sproles. Of course, Darren Sproles was, way more faster than a 40. I think Darren ran a 4.4. But JJ, he averaged 5.8 yards a carry throughout his career. So in the Pac-12. And his senior year, he averaged 9 yards of reception. So to me, he could definitely get some passing down work. Of course, pass protection is going to be a concern. But with the right team, needing a second, or I don't want to say second down back, but even a third down back. Someone just comes in and, runs a flat route out the backfield, what have you. J.J. Taylor's a guy to watch too. So that's my last sleeper, man. A guy that, stuck out to me in the drills. So yeah.
Do you think the top 5 backs are pretty much locked in NFL position, or do you think we'll have some surprises? Because when I say top 5 is what you hear the most likely in the Dynasty community is, Swift, Taylor, Edwards-Helaire, Dobbins, and then probably Cam Akers as the 5th. Do you think that's locked in, or do you think we'll have some flip-flops somewhere in that top 5?
I think it's gonna be set in stone.
That's what it looks like, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know Dobbins. I don't think Dobbins killed his stock, but I think him going to the combine, showing up, puts him in a situation where, like, we could have talked about him as being, damn, maybe he needs to be the number 1 off the bat. But now we're talking about him. Is it him or Cam Akers, or is it him? Like, I think he set himself back as far as just conversation pieces. You feel me?
Yeah. And before we close out the combine, man, I do want to highlight some history. We got to witness some history, man. So we got to watch the running backs go through the Deuce Staley drill. So that was the first time they incorporated that drill. So go back and watch it, guys. But it's a drill that Deuce Staley created. It's like a agility drill. You basically step up, and you're kind of like, working the bags as it sits in a cross as far as like a shape. It's a really aggressive drill. Takes a lot of focus, a lot of concentration, but got to witness that and got to see some guys, flourish, and we got to see some guys trip over the bags. And then also we got to witness more history with offensive lineman prospect Tristan Wirfs out of Iowa. Big body. He ran a 4.86 at 320 pounds. So he was a star, and he also set a record for the lineman with the vertical. So we got to watch some of the linemen before the running backs kicked off.
Bro, that Deuce Staley drill, I would have failed, bro.
Man.
That shit was like Because do you think they got a chance to prepare for that? Do you think they went there and was just like, "Hi, here goes a new drill for you guys"? Because they get to prepare for the combine, like maybe go through some of the drills with the trainers and shit.
Yeah, I think they were aware because I even saw kind of like what was going to be on the drill list going into it. So I'm sure they were aware too. But either way, even if you know it 2 months in advance, 3 months in advance, yeah, that shit was hard.
I don't want no smoke, Vic.
It's cool, man.
It's the liquor. I had liquor today. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I enjoyed going to go watch the running backs, man. And like I said, the studs, they showed out. Everything that we was hoping to see from them, I think we saw. So shout out to the combine. 2020 combine, baby. Indianapolis will be doing it again next year. DJ Ava will be there next year with us, though. All right, so that's that, man. That's the main segment. Hope it was fire. Do y'all want to go pay a bill before we get into the final segment, or would y'all want to ride it out? How y'all want to do this? All right, Vic, ignore me.
I'm down to ride.
Let's ride this shit out.
Nigga, who's going first?
This
That's all
my
I need to
shit.
know.
The scouting report is my shit. I get to go first. Fuck everything else. Let me go first.
Cool. I'm already ready.
So, Vic, what do you think of when you hear these 3 words? Little Uzi Vert.
Man.
Do you think that sounds like anything?
I know he's a successful artist. It's not really my cup of tea, but
Can I hear you say Little Uzi Vert, like in your pronunciation?
Lil Uzi Vert.
Do you think Lil Uzi Vert sounds like Lucifer? That's trash, bro. If you stretch it,
I guess
you can make anything sound like anything. You stretch it.
I don't know where this is going, but
Avo tried to say Lil Uzi Vert stands for Lucifer.
I hear Lucifer. I don't know about y'all, but that is what it is. I don't knock it.
Say Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Let's say it at the same time. You say Lucifer, I'm say Lil Uzi Vert. You ready?
Lucifer.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Look at how you're trying to break it up.
That's how it goes.
That's not how his name is even spelled when you read it.
What? Lil Uzi?
Yeah, Lil Uzi Vert.
yeah,
That's
I can
literally how,
see it.
That's literally how everybody says it.
The cadence.
You can force it to be separate all you want. That's cool. Everybody says it like Lil Uzi Vert. They said it. Everybody says it just like that.
I say it like it's 3 words. I don't try to put it together as one big word.
It's one big word.
I can
Well,
see
then
it.
from here on out, we Dungeons Bros. we didn't.
But that's not how you pronounce that. But you do pronounce it like Lil Uzi Vert. That is how you pronounce it.
I know I pronounce it Lil Uzi Vert. Put the Z on it, bro.
I don't know where you're not hearing the Z at. Lil Uzi Vert.
Well, I don't hear no Z when you say Lucifer.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. I hear it.
I can hear the cadence on what he's saying, but either way,
That's all.
not my cup of tea.
I'm not knocking it.
What song you got, bro?
But apparently, y'all know we about to play.
We about to play some Lil Uzi Vert. I'm riding out to some young shit, man. And I wanted to play Bust Me because I like the song. I like the little
Bruh,
samples
how
in the
many times
background.
you gonna switch songs on me?
Oh, what song did I pick?
Low Main.
No, then I told you pick Bust Me.
Oh my god.
I went from Low Main first, and then you told me I was a nigga. That just means you don't pay attention.
such a
Low
nigga.
Main was the first thing I picked.
Hey, black folks.
Bro, Avo be high, bro.
I am.
Low Main was the first thing I
Kinda
picked.
sober.
And you called me a nigga because I switched. And I switched to Bust Me. You even asked me how to spell. I said B-U-S-T me.
It's
Shout
all
out to
good.
DJ Avo. He
It's
came
all
back for
good.
1 week. He just wanted to get the song wrong because he think
I
Lil
mean, what I
Uzi
need to
Vert
get it
is
right
a devil
for?
worshiper.
I ain't say he was
You
a
need
devil.
to get it right.
I didn't say he was
You
a
need to
devil
get it right
worshiper.
because you a DJ, motherfucker. That's why you need to get it right, motherfucker. And you're going to be spinning Uzi because he's popular.
So let this be known now. I don't really like taking requests.
That's fine. Even if you don't like requests, you play what's popular and he's fucking popular.
This is true.
Yeah,
This
so
is true.
play some fucking Uzi.
I
DJ.
damn near don't want to play it now.
Devin Butler was spin it.
Word?
Yeah. Play what's popular, motherfucker. Yes, we do.
I just want to hear the song.
Shut the fuck up, Vic. This ain't your argument right now.
Let's go.
I remember she said fuck me, now that girl wanna fuck me. Yeah. Lambo drug, I'm in my used to be dusty. Every month I go to the jeweler, tell Elliot to flood me. Factory on my watch, make your at the market say please talk to me. Only had that watch since 2001, that bitch got rusty. She took something to my block, she said Uzi, can you bust me? I was off a bird, took so long she started rushing. And when you got this type of money, you were never ugly at all. Okay, wait, where am I? No, I do not trust her. No, I do not trust her. She say that she love me. Also say she love him. Yeah, she must be geeked up. A legal substance. She is not a keeper. Got her from my cousin. She was on my phone line. Study bustin'. Now she want a slow grind. She said I was nothing. Hug me with them closed eyes. No, she sucked it. And I wear my clothes tight like I'm David Ruff. Handcuffed, that's a normal. You can't cuff me. I can't do no one-on-one. I'm not with no stuck shit. No, no, no. I won't lose, you can't win. I want you, but who's your friend? Ay, ay. 300 for 2-door Benz. 300 for 2-door Benz. Yeah. 300 for 2-door Benz.
Hey, everybody write to questions at dynastybrosff.com and tell Avo to spin the popular shit. And that's on me. All right, so that was Lucifer. Song Bust Me. That was Dynasty Bro Dot's selection. And now we're gonna go to my brother Dynasty Bro Vic. What you got for him today, bro?
Quick question, Avo, you got one? All right, that's cool. Hey, so March 9th marks the 23rd year of the late great Notorious B.I.G.'s passing. He was gunned down in L.A. So I'm going with 10 Crack Commandments, man. Pay attention, you can learn something.
10 Draft Commandments.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 Crack Commandments. Wow. Man can't tell me nothing about this coke. Can't tell me nothing about this crack, this weed, my hustling niggas. Niggas on the corner, I ain't forget you niggas. My triple B niggas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. It's rules to this shit. I wrote me a manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track. Not your wig pushed back. Rule number uno. Never let no one know how much dough you hold. Cause you know that try to breed jealousy, especially if that man fucked up. Get your ass stuck up. Number 2, never let them know your next move. Don't you know bad boys move in silence and violence? Take it from your highness. I done squeeze mad clips at these cats for they bricks and chips. Number 3, never trust nobody. Your mama set that ass up, properly gassed up. Hoodie the masked up. For that fast buck, she be laying in the bushes to light that ass up. Number 4, know you heard this before. Never get high on your own supply. Number 5, never sell no crack where you rest at. I don't care if they want an ounce, tell them bounce. Number 6, that goddamn credit, get it. You think a crackhead paying you back, shit, forget it. 7, this rule is so underrated. Keep your family and business completely separated. Money and blood don't mix like 2 dicks and no bitch. Find yourself in serious shit. Number 8,
I hope everybody paid attention to those commandments.
We only got to 8.
I mean, we getting there, bro. Just pay attention.
Now we talking over the last one.
Google it, nigga. Google it.
Yeah. Hey, rest in peace, man, to the late great Biggie Smalls, man. Gone too soon, but still bumping that music, man.
It's the 10 Draft Commandments.
Yeah, that was fire. We're gonna revisit that. That's something we gotta do every year,
Don't
man.
try to spin me, nigga.
That's how we go out.
I ain't fucking with Avo today, bro. Or Vic. This
that's
fuck this
cool.
podcast,
No,
man.
I'm chilling.
Switch this up.
Does anybody got anything good to say to the people? Vic?
I wasn't ready to lead off.
Avo, you got something good to say to the people?
Yeah, I
Not gonna
got
lie.
you. I've been gone a few weeks, but while I've been gone,
Okay,
my
if
dad,
you got some. Okay, my bad. I'm just playing.
damn, my dad needed a kidney, so I just want to tell everybody if you stay prayed up for things. The story's kind of crazy, but just know that if you stay prayed up for things, anything is possible. They were praying for my dad all month. People been praying for him across the country just to get a new kidney. And somehow on the 29th day of February, a day that's not even supposed to be there technically, it comes around once every 4 years. Boom, my dad gets a kidney. It's crazy. My mom was in Vegas. She had just landed in Vegas. She was able to get back. I'm just letting y'all know, man, stay prayed up. I promise you it works.
That's what's up, bro. Shout out to Pops. Glad to hear that, man.
Papa Bobby.
Yeah. My good word closing out is going to be, don't be afraid to go against the grain. I'm definitely making some moves, you know, where it might not be considered as the norm, or society might say how to do stuff, like, you know, supposed to do this, like this, but sometimes you got to take a couple steps back to take 5 steps forward. So I'm always willing to do shit like that. So yeah, man, don't be afraid to go against the grain as long as it makes sense. Calculate all your risks.
Look, your friends might frustrate you. your friends might cross you every once in a while. Start a trio without you. Try to turn you against some of your favorite artists. But just understand that all that bullshit is just bullshit, and y'all friendship is way deeper than that. So remember, if you beefing with one of your homies about some bullshit, call them and just let them know. Y'all gonna talk that shit out, figure it out. Y'all gonna get the fuck over it. You feel me? You know? So that's all I got to say, man, is, you know, through all the bullshit, just remain friends, man. Remain brothers, because that other shit is just bullshit. Avo didn't even let my verse spin. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. Man,
You know what's dope, though? Let me tell you what's dope.
Oh.
Your verses was queued up, nigga.
But you was about to lead a podcast.
I was about to let it go. We beefing.
Man, look, we are the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Dynasty Bro Dot. I'm here with Dynasty Bro Vic and Dynasty Bro Avo. I hate these niggas, man. I hate these niggas today, man. I don't know what the fuck is happening, man.
Hey, hopefully I enjoyed. It's been another episode. Thanks for listening. Shout out to all the love and support we've been getting. The show's been growing like crazy. So yeah, definitely keep sharing, keep rating, keep subscribing. We appreciate all that, and we'll be back again next week. Do it again. We out.
We gonna let it ride.
Feel like there is not equal. She boosts my ego, and she do it so good. And I heard she like me, Jizzle and Snail, but would take all 3 of us if she could. Now that's swag.
Hey, if you guys didn't know, it's March Madness, so of course Dynasty Bros want to participate in a raffle, so we got some cool prizes for you guys.
Dynasty.
We got a chance for you guys to win some Jets Pizza gift cards, some gas station gift cards, some products from limitlessrecovery.com, and some movie ticket baskets.
Date night.
Yeah, so Dot, tell us how they can get their entry into the... I fucked up.
It don't matter, bro.
Yeah,
Keep
it's cool.
that shit raw. This is how we do it on Instagram. Tag us in your Instagram story. That's 1 entry. If you like a recent episode post, that's 1 entry. If you follow Dynasty Bros FF, that's 1 entry. If you write a post about us and tag us to it, that's 2 entries. Help us gain 5 new followers on Instagram, that's 3 entries. And I need you to screenshot these things to us. They're hard to keep up with. Everybody doing it. We want to make sure we do our due diligence to make sure we get the right people with the right prizes. So screenshot everything. Use the hashtag Dynasty Bros FF. You feel me? So that's the Instagram way.
Yeah, so let me help y'all out with Twitter. Retweet a recent episode, that's 1 entry. Add us in a post, meaning you create a post and mention us, that's 2 entries. And help us gain 5 followers on Twitter, that's 3 entries. And then the same applies to Facebook. So everything that Dot laid out for Instagram, same applies to Facebook. So we're trying to give out all these prizes. It's March Madness. Everything's happening. It's going to be a lot of winners in the basketball field, so we want to get y'all some winners too. So
we will announce these winners April. So get this shit done, baby. And no matter what, like we said, on top of all of this shit, make sure you follow us on all streaming sites. You feel me? Dynasty Bros FF. You know, I want to make sure we leave with that. That's where you're going to be able to find and get all these posts anyway. So make sure you don't just go searching pages, doing all this post stuff without hitting that follow. So that's important. Is that all, Dynasty Bro Vic?
Yeah, we out. Thanks for listening.
Oh yeah.